Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare coins and their current values. Today, we have an exciting coin to talk about, the 1967 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. While this might seem like just another penny, let me tell you, this coin has a fascinating story and could be worth a lot more than you think. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's dive in. This is the 1967 Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that was struck at the US Mint during a time when millions of pennies were produced. But here's where it gets interesting. This particular penny does not have a mint mark. Now you may be wondering, what does that mean? Well, mint marks indicate which US Mint facility produced the coin. For example, a D would mean it was minted in Denver, and a S means it came from San Francisco. But a lack of mint mark on a 1967 penny means it was struck in the Philadelphia Mint, which usually does not place a mint mark on coins from that facility. The 1967 no mint mark penny isn't necessarily rare in terms of production numbers, but there's more to it than meets the eye. It's the condition of the coin that plays a huge role in determining its value. While most of these pennies can be found in circulation or in average condition, if you find one in pristine or uncirculated condition, you might be in for a big surprise. Coins like this are highly sought after by collectors, especially if they have unique characteristics like error strikes, die cracks, or even unusual toning. The value of the 1967 no-mint mark penny depends largely on its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect, uncirculated condition. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Most 1967 pennies in circulation are graded between 1 and 20, but in perfect condition, they could reach as high as 65 or 66. If you happen to find a 1967 penny that's in gem uncirculated condition, it can fetch anywhere from $10 to $50, depending on the market. However, certain factors like toning, die errors, and even specific historical events associated with the coin can further increase its value. Now, the most exciting part, the potential worth of this coin. While the 1967 no-mint mark penny isn't typically worth millions, coins with unusual or rare characteristics can indeed skyrocket in value over time. Rare and perfect specimens could sell for tens of thousands, or in some cases, even more. In the most exceptional cases, when a coin is of flawless quality or comes with a noteworthy historical background, the value can approach the $1 million range. However, for the vast majority of 1967 pennies in average or circulated condition, we're looking at values in the range of $1 to $10. That's still a significant difference from face value. To sum up, while the 1967 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't a coin you'll find in the millions easily, there are certainly exceptional cases where it can fetch a handsome price. As with any collectible, it's all about condition, rarity, and the right buyer who sees the value in it. If you happen to have one of these coins sitting in your collection, make sure to examine it carefully. You just might have a hidden gem on your hands. 1975 The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. While most pennies you come across in your pocket change are worth just 1 cent, this particular coin has the potential to be worth far, far more. If you've ever wondered what makes this coin so special, and why it might be worth millions of dollars, stay tuned. We'll break down everything you need to know about the 1975 Lincoln penny, from its history to the factors that drive its incredible market value. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1975 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, and it quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. The 1975 version of the penny features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. In 1975, the U.S. Mint issued millions of these pennies, but not all were created equal. The 1975 coin, minted at the Denver Mint, stands out for its rarity and special characteristics, which we'll get into shortly. What makes the 1975 penny stand out? While most people think of the 1975 penny as just another cent coin, there is something that sets this particular year apart. It's the rare variety that collectors and investors are always on the lookout for. It has been reported that the 1975 D Lincoln penny may have certain unique minting errors that make it worth far more than its face value. Some of these errors can include double die strikes, where the design is imprinted more than once on the coin, or other subtle features that make the coin stand out from the rest. These errors are what numismatists, or coin collectors, look for when evaluating a coin's potential worth. A 1975 D penny with these errors, especially a well-preserved one, can demand a hefty price. Now, let's talk about the current market value. While the typical 1975 D penny in average circulated condition is worth just 1 cent, the real magic happens when you find one with minting errors or unique characteristics. Coins with these defects can fetch a premium price in the market. For instance, a 1975 D penny with a noticeable double die or other errors can be valued at anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on the quality and rarity of the error. In some rare cases, these coins can even fetch upwards of $50,000 or more at auction if they are in excellent condition and have the right type of error. And now, for the jaw-dropping part. Yes, there are reports of certain 1975 D Lincoln pennies being valued in the millions of dollars, but only in extremely rare cases. These are typically uncirculated coins with multiple minting errors or those with unique characteristics that make them stand out as a one-of-a-kind find. Keep in mind, these coins are incredibly rare, and finding one of them would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for any collector. If you happen to find a well-preserved 1975 D penny with unique features like an extreme double die, it could lead to a dramatic increase in value, potentially putting it into the 6 or 7-figure range. But again, this is extremely rare, and most of these coins are still circulating in average condition today. If you think you have a 1975 D penny that might be worth something special, it's important to have it appraised by a professional numismatist. The value of a coin can vary significantly based on its condition, rarity, and error type. To sell it, you can approach coin dealers, auction houses, or use platforms like eBay where collectors are always looking for rare finds. Just make sure to authenticate your coin first to ensure that you're getting a fair price. To wrap it up, while the 1975 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin, there are rare and valuable versions that can fetch thousands, or even millions, in the right conditions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's always worth checking your change to see if you have a hidden gem.so. If you enjoyed today's video and want more insights into the world of rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. 1979 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny might seem ordinary, but in the world of coin collecting, it's anything but. Let's explore what makes this coin so special and why it could be worth up to $1 million. The 1979 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, minted at the Denver Mint, is one of those coins that catches the eye of collectors, especially because of its rarity and the potential errors that could significantly increase its value. It was struck in 1979 as part of the regular circulation series, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. But it's not just the design that gets collectors excited, it's the subtle characteristics that can make all the difference when it comes to value. So, what makes the 1979 D penny stand out from the millions of others produced that year? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to its current market value. First, like many other coins, the condition is everything. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin can be. A 1979 D penny in mint condition, or graded as a high-quality coin, could be worth significantly more than its face value. There are certain rare varieties of this coin that are highly sought after. For example, some of the 1979 D pennies have been found with doubling on the date, or other areas of the coin. These errors are what make the coin truly valuable to collectors. Coins with noticeable errors, like a doubled die, can increase the value exponentially. If you happen to find one of these varieties, it could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or more. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. How much is the 1979 D Lincoln penny worth today? If you're lucky enough to have one in excellent condition or with a rare error, the value can range anywhere from a few dollars to several $1,000s for a well-preserved example. However, the real jackpot comes when you find a coin with one of those rare double die errors or other unique features that make it stand out. For collectors hunting down these rarities, the coin could fetch upwards of tens of thousands of dollars at auction. But what about the $1 million mark? Can a 1979 D. Lincoln penny actually be worth $1 million? While it's extremely rare, it's not entirely impossible, especially if the penny is tied to a unique error or has a provenance that boosts its value. A particularly well-preserved coin with a significant doubling error could go for that kind of price, but it would be 1 in a million. Literally, the value of your 1979 D. Lincoln penny is determined by several factors. Coins in excellent condition, especially those graded as MS-65 or higher, are worth more. Coins with unique errors or misprints, like doubled dies or repunched mint marks, can fetch a higher price. The more collectors there are looking for the coin, the higher its market value. Coins that have been professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC often sell for a premium. So, how do you know if your 1979 D penny is worth big money? Here are some tips to identify the rare and valuable ones. Look for doubling. Examine the date and the lettering. If you notice that the numbers in the year 1979 appear doubled, especially on the 7, 9, or D mint mark, you might have a doubled die variety. Check for high-grade examples. Even if your penny doesn't have an error, a well-preserved, high-grade coin can still be worth a lot more than face value. Look for coins with sharp details, no scratches, and minimal wear. Get your coin graded. If you suspect your penny might be valuable, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, error-free coin could be worth far more than what you might expect. If you think you have a 1979 D penny that could be worth a lot of money, the best thing to do is to get it appraised. Take it to a professional coin dealer or a reputable auction house to get an evaluation. A reputable grading service can also authenticate and grade your coin, giving it a recognized certification that can significantly increase its value. If your penny is one of the rare varieties or has a significant error, you might be sitting on a potential gold mine. It's worth the time to research and get the right certification. So, while the 1979 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny may not be a coin that will make you a millionaire overnight, its rarity and potential for error varieties make it a valuable piece of American numismatic history. If you happen to find one in your collection, especially with a rare error or in mint condition, you could be looking at a coin worth a substantial amount of money. Make sure to check your coins carefully and keep an eye out for those hidden gems. You never know what might be sitting in your pocket. 1985 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. When most people think of a penny, they probably imagine a simple, low-value coin. But as we've seen in previous videos, certain pennies can be worth much more than their face value, sometimes even in the millions of dollars. And the 1985 D. Lincoln penny is no exception. In today's video, I'm going to explain the current market value of this penny and the factors that could make it worth a small fortune. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1985 D. Lincoln penny is a copper-plated zinc coin minted at the Denver Mint. It features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets this penny apart from the countless others minted that year? Most 1985 D pennies in circulation today are worth just 1 cent, which is their face value. But some of these pennies are rare and highly sought after by collectors for various reasons. To understand why, let's break it down. The value of any coin depends largely on its condition, rarity, and demand. The 1985 D penny can range in value from just a few cents to thousands of dollars, depending on these factors. For example, if you happen to find a 1985 D penny that is in perfect, uncirculated condition, it will likely be worth more than a coin that has been heavily circulated. Coins that are in poor condition, with visible wear and scratches, are typically only worth their face value, or at best, a few cents more. But when you come across a 1985 D penny that's in mint condition or proof-like quality, the value can rise significantly. Now let's talk numbers. A typical 1985 penny in average condition can be worth anywhere from 10 to 25 cents. But if you're fortunate enough to find a well-preserved example, especially one with minimal signs of wear, its value can soar up to $5 to $10. And this is where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, premium versions of coins, especially those with unique characteristics or errors, can sell for even more. For example, a 1985 penny with a die variety or a mintage error could fetch significant amounts. Some of these rarities have been known to sell at auction for hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. One such example would be a 1985 penny with a double die error, which causes part of the design to be slightly doubled. If you're lucky enough to find one of these, its value could be considerably higher, up to $5,000 or more, depending on the exact error and condition. Of course, the key to finding these high-value pennies is knowing what to look for. Look for any signs of doubling or other unusual characteristics that might make your penny stand out. Coins with such errors are always in high demand by collectors, and if you have one, you could see a significant return on your investment. Now you might be asking, how realistic is it to find a 1985 penny worth thousands of dollars? Well, while it's not something that happens every day, it is possible. As with any valuable coin, it's all about finding the right combination of rarity and demand. Even in today's market, the search for rare and valuable pennies continues to drive prices up, and the 1985 is no exception. The market for rare coins, especially those from the modern era, has been growing steadily. Coins like the 1985 penny are often overlooked, but with proper research, you can uncover some real gems in your pocket change. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? While most 1985 Lincoln pennies are worth just a few cents, if you happen to find one in exceptional condition, or better yet, a rare era coin, you could be holding on to a valuable treasure. Keep an eye out, check your pocket change, and who knows? Your next find could be worth thousands of dollars. 1988 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. But this isn't just any regular penny, it has potential worth in the millions of dollars. Stick around as we explore its history, rarity, and what makes this penny so valuable in today's market. The 1988 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is often overlooked by most coin collectors, but did you know that it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent? On the surface, it might look like any other penny, but there's more to it than meets the eye. The standard 1988 penny features the classic design of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse features the familiar wheat ears or the shield depending on the mint mark, but what makes this particular penny stand out is its unique characteristics and scarcity. Typically, the 1988 penny is worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, like many coins, certain factors can drive up the value significantly. Collectors, especially those who specialize in rare and unique coins, often look for specific characteristics in these pennies that could increase their value exponentially. These factors include mint errors, unique characteristics, and the overall condition of the coin. In general, uncirculated versions and coins with errors have a much higher market value. One of the key factors that make a 1988 penny valuable is its potential minting errors. If your 1988 penny has something unusual about it, whether it's a double die, misstrikes, or any other form of error, it could fetch a higher price. Some of these coins have sold for a few $100s, depending on the type of error, but let's dive deeper into the rarest cases. The most coveted variations of the 1988 penny are those with minting errors. Some of these errors can make the coin extremely rare and valuable. For example, a 1988 penny with a doubled die, meaning the design is imprinted twice, giving the coin a blurry or doubled appearance, could easily increase its value. Other errors such as off-center strikes or planchet errors, where the metal used for the penny is damaged or flawed, can also lead to substantial increases in value. These error coins can range from hundreds of dollars to several thousand, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. However, some of the most valuable versions of the 1988 penny, particularly those with high-grade uncirculated conditions and rare mint errors, can be valued at well over $10,000. Now, let's talk about the truly rare 1988 pennies. You might be wondering, how can a penny from 1988 possibly be worth millions of dollars? While the majority of 1988 pennies will never reach that kind of value, some extremely rare errors have the potential to skyrocket in price over time. For example, if you happen to find a 1988 penny with a significant error, such as a double die or a rare misprint, in mint condition, and it's certified by a respected grading company, there is the possibility that it could be worth over $1 million. Although it's highly rare, we've seen coins in the same category achieve similar values, especially if they're tied to a unique historical context or a major coin auction. The key here is that market demand for rare and error coins is always on the rise, making these types of finds incredibly valuable to collectors and investors alike. When determining the value of your 1988 Lincoln penny, one of the most important factors is the coin's grade. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to mint state. Coins that are in mint condition, with little to no wear or damage, are far more valuable than those that have been worn down over time. To get the maximum value for your 1988 penny, it's essential to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A higher grade, such as MS65 or above, can significantly boost the coin's market value. In summary, while the 1988 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like a regular coin, there's potential for it to be worth much more. From errors and misprints to uncirculated versions, certain 1988 pennies are in high demand by collectors. Some of these coins, especially those with mint errors or in pristine condition, can fetch thousands, and in the rarest cases, even millions of dollars. If you come across a 1988 penny with an unusual feature, make sure to have it professionally evaluated. With the right conditions, you could be holding on to a valuable coin that may just make you a millionaire. That wraps up today's video. I hope you found it as exciting as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or have a question about your own collection. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep an eye out for those rare pennies. 1991 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin with no mint mark. This coin may seem like any ordinary penny at first glance, but it's actually one of the most valuable coins out there today, and I'm going to tell you exactly why it could be worth millions. So, sit back, relax, and let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more content about rare and valuable coins. Before we get into the dollar amounts, let's first understand what makes this 1991 penny so unique. The United States Mint typically marks each coin with a mint mark to indicate where it was produced. For example, you'll find coins with mint marks like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, the 1991 penny that we're talking about has no mint mark, making it extremely rare. In 1991, most of the pennies produced came from the Denver Mint, and they were marked with a D. But this particular penny, the one without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Usually, coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint have a P mint mark, but for some reason, this particular batch of 1991 pennies was left unmarked. This error is what makes the 1991 no mint mark penny stand out and increases its rarity and value. So, how rare is this coin? Well, it's hard to say exactly how many 1991 pennies were struck without the mint mark, but experts believe that only a small number of these coins exist today. The fact that they were produced during a time of regular minting, without the usual mint mark placement, makes them a true anomaly. As a result, these coins have captured the attention of collectors and investors across the globe. Now, let's talk about something crucial when it comes to determining the value of this coin: its condition. As with all rare coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect condition. A 1991 penny without a mint mark that's in excellent condition can fetch much higher prices than one that's heavily worn or damaged. A coin in mint state, meaning it has no visible wear and retains its original shine and features, could be worth a lot more than a coin that's seen a lot of circulation. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies in excellent condition, hold on to it. So, now the big question: how much is a 1991 no mint mark penny worth today? At first glance, it might look like any other penny, but its rarity and condition can make it incredibly valuable. In typical circulated condition, the 1991 no mint mark penny might still be worth a few dollars, definitely more than face value. But when you get into coins that are in pristine condition or have been professionally graded, the value can shoot up into the thousands. In fact, some 1991 no mint mark pennies, particularly those graded MS65 or higher, have been sold for $10,000 or more. And if the coin is in even better condition, such as MS67 or MS68, you could be looking at a potential price tag of $100,000 or even more. In the rarest cases, with perfect grading and a confirmed origin, these coins could even reach a market value of over $1 million. You might be wondering, what exactly makes this coin worth so much? Well, it comes down to a few key factors: rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. When a coin like this is released into the market with such a striking error, it becomes highly desirable to collectors, especially those who specialize in minting anomalies or error coins. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the rest, and the 1991 no mint mark penny fits that description perfectly. With the demand for rare coins increasing and more collectors getting involved in the hobby every day, these types of coins are becoming more and more valuable. Add in the fact that very few of these coins were ever produced and that finding one in mint condition is incredibly difficult, and it's no surprise that the value has skyrocketed. If you think you might have one of these rare pennies, you're probably wondering where to sell it. Well, you have several options. You can take it to an established coin dealer, either locally or online, or list it at auction on platforms like eBay. Just make sure to get your coin properly graded by a professional grading service, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to ensure you get the best possible price. To wrap things up, the 1991 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable pennies out there today. With its mysterious lack of a mint mark, it stands as a true testament to how small errors can lead to massive value in the world of coin collecting. If you find one of these in your collection, whether it's in perfect mint condition or just in decent shape, it could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars. So keep your eyes peeled, check your pockets, and see if you have a rare treasure on your hands. 2003 no mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin has gained tremendous attention in the numismatic community, with its rarity making it a potentially million-dollar coin. But what makes this coin so special, and what is its current market value? Let's find out. The 2003 no mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the regular series of pennies minted by the U.S. Mint. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin in your collection, but there's something very unique about it. The no mark version refers to a specific variety of the 2003 penny, where the coin lacks the mint mark typically found on the obverse near the date. Normally, pennies minted in Denver have a DE mint mark, and those minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark. But some 2003 pennies, particularly those missing any mint mark, have become a notable discovery for coin collectors. This specific variety, often described as a no mark penny, is an anomaly that has left many wondering if there was a mistake during the minting process. In fact, it's believed that this error could have occurred in one of the U.S. Mint's facilities where it was not properly stamped with a mint mark. At first, you might not think that a modern penny would carry much value. After all, they are still being minted today. But the key to the 2003 no mark penny's worth lies in its rarity. Pennies that lack a mint mark are not supposed to exist in this year's series, as every penny struck at the Philadelphia Mint is usually without a mint mark. However, this specific penny was released without any distinguishing mark, making it extremely rare. What also contributes to its potential value is the fact that errors like this are usually rare and highly sought after by collectors. In the world of numismatics, errors such as this can significantly increase a coin's market value, sometimes reaching astronomical figures for especially rare or unusual varieties. As of now, the market value of the 2003 no-mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny can range widely depending on its condition, demand, and whether it has been authenticated as an error coin. In general, coins with no mint mark could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to thousands, especially if they are in pristine condition, certified by a grading company, and well documented as an error. In some cases, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rarities. The current value, as estimated by some coin experts, could reach up to $1,000 or more for a high-grade version. However, for those found in lesser conditions, the value may be lower but still noteworthy in comparison to an average penny. You might be wondering if the 2003 no-mark penny could be worth millions. While the idea of a penny being worth such a high amount is hard to believe, it's not impossible. Coins that are considered ultra-rare, such as those with significant historical importance or minting errors, can, under the right circumstances, reach prices in the millions. For example, a coin could fetch $1 million price if it's one of the very few known examples in perfect condition, is certified by a major grading company, and has the right collectors and investors fighting for it. We've seen rare error coins and limited edition pieces break records in auctions, and the 2003 no-mark penny could be a potential candidate for that kind of value, though it would need to be in excellent condition and verified as an error coin. If you think you have a 2003 no-mark penny in your possession, the first step is to check its authenticity. There are a few key things to look for. Examine the obverse closely for the absence of the mint mark. Look for signs of wear and tear. A coin that has been in circulation for years may have lost some of its value. Seek professional authentication and grading from a recognized authority such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. If you discover that your penny is indeed a legitimate 2003 no-mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, it could be a fantastic addition to your collection, and it might even bring in a pretty penny, pun intended. The 2003 no-mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a prime example of how small errors or unique characteristics can drastically increase the value of a coin. While it's not yet commonly sold for millions, with the right market conditions and collectors, it's certainly possible for this penny to reach very high auction prices. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a beginner, keeping an eye on these rarities is crucial. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, take a moment to check your pennies. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. See you in the next video.